wanted to do another unboxing, although I've already unboxed this. Well, not unboxed it, but I've looked inside. But this one is Scrawlrbox for March. And before I open this up, let me tell you, this one was a mess. This is my first Scrawlrbox. I've never got this before, and it's a mess. It's an absolute disaster. However, having said that, I'm still looking forward to, using the supplies inside the box. But let me show you what's for March, although you probably could find it on other channels. But I'm a different person, so. Anyway, the sad part was the paper, the tissue was all torn. So that was and let me get out what was underneath. Of course, there's the featured artist for March, and of course there's the sticker, always a sticker. The featured artist for March is David Amberzoomjan. Amberzoomjan. Oh well, Amberzoomjan. If I've mispronounced that, please forgive me. I probably butchered it. But I was blown away by this artwork. I was literally blown away. That is gorgeous. At first I thought it was a photograph. I'm like, oh, we're going to do something with photographs? But no, it's a pastel, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he is magnificent. Seriously, he is magnificent. I love it. He must have been working from a photograph. I would presume he was working from a photograph, because I know I recognize this. I recognize this picture. So, and it had to have been taken when they did the moon landing, and a photograph taken from the moon. But oh my God, that looks like a freaking photograph. That is absolute. And what I like is they did these little itty bitty stars. I mean, it's just, David, you are the bomb. You are absolutely fantastic. I love your work. Although this is the only piece I've seen, but I'm sure, judging by this, your work is probably phenomenal. But anyway, that is the featured artist for March. And the challenge for March is, well, it's easier to figure out. It has something to do with space. Cosmic landscape. Now, I'm not going to read all this stuff, but look at the card. I mean, this was underneath, and it is absolutely filthy. I mean, it's just got, pastel all over it. But that's okay. I'm not complaining. I mean, this is my first Scrawlrbox, so I don't know what the next one's going to be like. It could be neat and nice, and I just wish that they had packaged it better. The pastels. I wish they had packaged it better, because it is pastels. I mean, if you've checked other YouTube channels, you know that it's pastels. But anyway, this is my review, or my unboxing. I am actually quite thrilled to try to be using these, because I don't work with pastels very much. I do work with Prismacolor pencils, and I did do something in pastel, which I will show you at a later date. It's on a piece of canvas. I need to make it a little bit better. It was my first, foray into pastel, so it's not the best in the world, but I will show it at a later date. Anyway, we have, in this box, we have 4 Rembrandt soft pastels, and, jeez, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, I just busted it. Well, more. Because it is, I got to get this pastel up here, because my cats get up here. I don't want them to get this gobbledygook on their paws. Anyway, it is busted. This is white, or as they say on here, blanco. But it was busted on each end, which is kind of sad. But that's okay. I mean, what difference is it going to make, because you're going to use it anyway. It's going to get flat, so. And then we have, let me see here. We have, I believe this is pronounced phthalo blue. Wait. There we go. Can you read that? And this one is also, chipped and, oh well, what can you do? And this one is, I believe it's black. Yep, this is black. It's black. Look, my fingers get all messed up. This one is a little bit better off because it's not so busted, especially on one end. The other end's busted, but this end over here is not. And then, well, chipped off. And then we have, I believe this is, what does it say? Ultramarine blue. And this one is a little bit better. Didn't get so, well, the end out here is all chipped off, but this end's okay. Well, what can you do? And then we have 5 pastel pencils. And only one of these tips got broke. Now I blame, on the breakage, I blame the post office, because you know how rough, it doesn't matter what country you're from, you know how rough the post office is. So I blame the post office for that. I don't blame Scrawlrbox, the makers of Scrawlrbox, or the distributor, because they have no control over the postal system in any country. Anyway, the colors of the Derwent pastel pencils are aluminium gray. I believe that's how you pronounce that, aluminium. If I'm wrong, please correct me. And that is the color. This is the one that got busted, so I don't know if you really can see the color of that one. And then we have titanium white. Then we have mid green. And then Prussian blue. And last but certainly not least, carbon black. And we also have a Derwent pastel pencil sharpener, which will of course come in handy. Oh, wait, yeah, that's the right way. That's the right way. And then of course we have the little treat. Now it looks like it's got some smudging. I'm hoping that smudging is on the wrapper and not on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Because I have not opened this yet, so I don't know if it's on the inside or not. But I'm hoping that the little bits and pieces of pastel did not get on the inside of the candy. If it did, well, I'll just throw it out. But see what I mean by how dirty the box is? Can you see that? I mean, it's like got little bits and pieces of the pastels, and then oh yes, and then here's the paper. And the paper is, the paper's even is dirty, and it actually, I'm not complaining too much because you know what, I'm going to be covering up the paper anyway. So it's not like it's going to be, I need it pristine white for, background, so it's going to be covered up. So I'm not, anyway, there's 2 sheets of that, and this paper is Fabriano Tiziano pastel paper. I think that's, can you see that? Can you see that? But anyway, and of course the other ones is Rembrandt soft pastel, Derwent pastel pencil, Derwent pastel pencil sharpener, and it's just, I just wish it hadn't gotten so nasty, so dirty. Oh well, what can you do? It happens. That's the way I look at it. It happens. So just got to move on from there. But I'm looking forward to using these supplies. What did I do with the pencils? There they are. I am looking forward to, even though this is my very first box and it came in as a mess, I am still looking forward to using the supplies. It's just I'm going to have a towel handy so I can wipe my hands off. That's awful. But anyway, and this is so magnificent. I mean, this guy is phenomenal. Put that back under there, put this back under there, and like I said, I had already opened this, and I got excited because I'm like, oh, what can I do for cosmic landscape? And I had 2 ideas, and let me show you them. I've got them in my other sketchbook. Because I like to, usually when I do these things, I like to keep, like if I do a little sketch, I usually like to keep it, and then there's a little Scrawlrbox sticker thingy, you see. Anyway, let me get this all closed up. Okay. All right. This is what I have in mind for the Scrawlrbox challenge. Now, this is just I forgot to put the pencil sharpener away. I had an idea of doing this one. Now, originally I just started off with these pyramids, and then that's all I had was just pyramids. And I'm like, ooh, this would be great as a cosmic landscape. But then I thought, people do, pyramids to death. So I still might do this one on one of the sheets and pay no attention to the little windows. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking Las Vegas. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking hotel in Las Vegas. That's what I was thinking with the windows. Oh, Lord. But anyway, I thought, like a priestess or something like that. And then I decided to at least attempt. I don't know how well it's going to turn out. I am a big fan of Star Wars. I have been since A New Hope. Now, I didn't like the first 3, 1, 2, and 3, but I did like 4, 5, and 6, and I did like the latest one, or the latest 2 that they came out with. So I like Rogue One, and what was the other one? Something Jedi, or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember the title. Oh my gosh, some fan I am. But anyway, well, my favorite so far out of all of them is The Empire Strikes Back. So I decided to do Cloud City. And instead of having, like a blue background or a sunset, because I did one drawing way back in the day, back in 1983, that actually had Cloud City, and I actually dreamt about it. That was the funny thing. I actually dreamt about Cloud City. And I had did a rough sketch in Prismacolor pencil of a sunset behind the city. But in this case, and actually the city was in silhouette. This time I'm not going to do this in silhouette. I might. If I have trouble with the shading and everything, I might go ahead and just put it in silhouette, but I really want to put this, so that you can see the different, I just want to make it three-dimensional. I don't want to, just make it silhouetted. But anyway, this is my idea. I'm excited. I really want to do this because I know a friend of mine who would want to have this. I know a friend of mine, if I tell her about it, she's going to want to have it. I know her because she's a big Star Wars fan. But, And I think the only other thing that I did that was Star Wars was, I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. You may not be because, you're the younger generation, so you may not, you probably are familiar with Kiss dolls. But this was the forerunner of Kiss dolls, and they're called paper dolls. And I had done a series of Star Wars paper dolls featuring Luke, Leia, and Han. And that's when I did a few little drawings and stuff for fanzines and whatnot with the Star Wars characters. But this is the first time I've actually, aside from that one little thing of Cloud City, but it was something I did it from my dream. That's what I dreamed about. But anyway, so I'm going to do all the clouds, and I'm really I'm excited about this. I think it's going to come out pretty good. Hopefully it will. I'll just have to scale it down a little bit because I think the paper is a little bit smaller than this. This is a 5x7 book, and the other one I think the paper is 4.5 by 6.5. Yeah, I measured it. It's 4.5 by 6.5, so it's a little bit smaller than this. But anyway, I'm looking forward to doing this drawing I'm a little iffy on doing planets. I have not, I've done spheres. I can do spheres, but I've never done a planet before. So this is going to be literally a challenge for me. It's out of my comfort zone. I can do a sphere, but planets are not, well, they're spheres, but they've got, clouds and, texture to them. And so I'm, well, you know what I mean. So I am, anyway, don't know how this is going to come out. I hope it comes out decent. But anyway, I did a little preliminary drawing, so I know what I'm going to be working with. Wish me luck. Anyway, that is the Scrawlrbox for March. I do not know when I will have the thing done. I mean, it doesn't take that long to do it. But if I want it to come out right, I may take my time on it because I really want the drawing to come out good. In other words, I want you all to be depressed. Okay, anyway, I hope wherever you are in the world, you are having a wonderful day. And until next time, y'all take care of yourselves. God bless. Bye.